about 3 years ago, my wife and I had our only child at this point. And he was born with a rare lung disease, and we spent a lot of time at the hospital with him. And I will never forget this moment because it changed the entire trajectory of my life. We were sitting in the hospital waiting for the doctor to come in, and I had this realization that we had been in the hospital for 3 weeks straight, and I was out of vacation time, I was out of sick time, and I had all these hospital bills piling up, and I had to leave my wife and my baby in the hospital because I need to go back to a cubicle to trade my time for money. Mm-hmm. And as a dad and as a husband, that was the worst pain I had ever felt in my entire life. And in that moment, I made a promise to my wife that I would find a way to build a business that did not rely on me to trade my time for money and could give us the income and the lifestyle that we wanted, but would also, more importantly, the time freedom so that we would never be in that situation again. And it just launched me down this path of just tenacious learning and studying everything I could. And right around that time is when you and I met, and I was looking into, traditional real estate investing. How do I, get into buying apartments and cash flow and all that? But when I did out the math, I'm like, man, I'm going to need to buy a lot of apartments to replace my salary, like a lot of apartments. We were doing pretty well. And it was going to take a long time and a lot of investor money and all this stuff. And I was like, there's got to be another way. And that was when I bumped into this whole short-term rental model, started learning and studying it, launched that business about a year later. And within, the first year I had one property. And then the next year I had 15 properties. And now we're off to the races. We're purchasing a hotel with some investors and everything else. And, my wife and I are both out of our corporate 9-to-5 jobs. And this is all we do full time now.